Chapter 15, How the Mighty Fall. Later that afternoon, you lounge comfortably in the mayor's empty office after sweet-talking your way past her assistant. Looks like someone didn't get the anti-corruption memo. You cast your eyes over the clean, almost clinical office, impressed by how impersonal she manages to keep it. It's almost like she has something to hide. She's obviously being careful to hide her true personality behind all the bland, functional order. Too bad. I'm not so easy to fool. I've been hiding in plain sight my whole life. The only item that looks like the least bit interesting in the notepad sitting next to the phone or on her desk. Leaning forward, you manage to make out a few upside-down words. Faction within the Flint family. Your heart leaps to your throat as you realize this might be the exact thing you've been searching for. Detective Hannah did say someone on the docks was feeding information to the NAPD. If Mayor Chung has sources inside the families, I need to know what she knows. If you hurry, you should have just enough time to flip through the notepad before Mayor Chung arrives. Really? You grab the notepad and start scanning the pages. It contains notes on a series of phone calls with anonymous sources, and noted with the notes scribbled in red ink. Alright, Bethany, let's see what you know. Read call log 1. 619 Wolf family recently acquired properties in Calypso District. Usually above board. Known for its nightlife, supposed to be neutral territory, no mob activity there in several years. Lucid, Lemon Bistro, Finn's Bar, and Grill, Club Caviar. All formerly legitimate businesses may need to audit or send inspectors. Reason for accusation: pressure applied to business owners to secure sale. Threats, imitation, worse. Big move. Are they just expanding to put pressure on the Flints, or is something else driving them? Might be personal. Should go through the files again. But those are my businesses. It's rare for anyone to talk to the police after speaking to my mom, or meeting my dad. How is Trung turning them? Maybe things are slipping from other families. If we look too violent or unreliable, no one will believe our promise of protection. You ignore the sun thrumming in your veins and return your attention to the notepad. Whoever fed this information to Mayor Trung obviously knows a lot about your family. I was teasing Vic about it, but what if we have a rat? Call log 2. 622 illegal shipment inbound at Flint's docks in NA next week. Sources confirmed, so this is actionable info. 3 p.m. scheduled time at 2 different containers. Shipments coming in broad daylight now. Flint's getting bold or just lazy. MCUV, I'm not reading all this crap. Double checking shipping routes for these containers. Very helpful info, but why now? Is it to show good faith, ploy for future blackmail? Always doubt motives. This must have been a confiscated shipment that Detective Hannah told me about at the fundraiser. It sounds like I wasn't the only one with a hot tip from the inside. This explains how the task force knew exactly where to look. Call log 3. 623 IRS angle. Several wolf businesses used to launder money. Common knowledge in business political circles, very hard to prove. Look into new business acquisitions, Club Caviar especially, as well as established locales. Is money laundering the reason for the new business acquisitions? If so, the new flow of cash coming from boutique belonging to FS. FS is a familiar among the entire Wolf family. Turnable witness asked task force to look into FS and other popular Wolf associates. The human element may be our way in. Boutique belonging to FS. Turnable witness. Faith would never do that. But that doesn't mean Trung's people wouldn't burn Faith's world down trying. Alright, now I'm pissed. Call log number 4. 624. Now we're getting somewhere. Flint's succession plans underway. Victor Flint is #1 choice. Kerr, being groomed for top leadership role. Dangerous precedent. Non-family traditions are always more violent. Mob activity likely to increase following change. Back and forth escalation between Wolf leaders and key Flint players likely. Not everyone in Flint org happy about Nadia-Vic collaboration. Nadia is seen as growing weak, quickly losing loyalty. Key members questioning future of the outfit. This is big. If Flint ranks are divided, then there's a good chance that another fraction within the family. Are they operating in secret, loyal to the late patriarch? Who's running it? Need to look into Leo Flint's former confidants. Cross-reference those with the still acting in NA. Wait, so Vic is officially next in line to take over the Flint operations. Does he know about this? You read the notes about her from her anonymous sources. You suddenly hear approaching footsteps and barely manage to get the notepad back on the desk before the door swings open, without warning. Diamond Wolf, this is now, I imagine, our first meeting. Mayor's voice is cold. Her demeanor is even colder. She marches straight to her desk and takes a seat. I'm surprised you have the nerve to come here yourself. You should know by now that nerve is something my family has in spades. Don't flatter yourself. You're not the first emissary your parents have sent. I just figured they'd have learned by now that I can't be bribed. And I wonder why you aren't throwing me out. What's the point of meeting with me? You could have sent me away, unless you aren't as principled as you claim. I don't like where this is headed. Good, you aren't supposed to. Are you seriously threatening me right now in my own office? Maybe. Instead of answering, you reach for your purse. The mayor stiffens, relaxing only slightly when you pull out Jasmine's file. What the hell is this? Oh, a real page, sure. See for yourself. Over the folder, laying it on the desk, the moment she sees the first page, the mayor's face falls. That's right, Mayor Trung. Or should I say Mayor Ramsgate? I know all about your dirty little secrets. You don't know anything. How do you think the people of New Athens will feel when they hear their precious, pretentious mayor helped cover up a car bomb? You can't help but smile at her crestfallen expression. This is the first time you've ever seen her off-kilter. A mobster for ex-husband, Bethany? And then you just went back to her maiden name, really? I swear, it's almost like you were asking God. Was it guilt, incompetence, bit of both? Mayor's hand shakes slightly. She closes the folder and pushes it back towards you. I wouldn't get too cocky, Miss Wolf. There isn't any evidence of wrongdoing in these documents. The mayor's husband commits a crime and gets released after she pays a visit. Then evidence goes missing right after, fully exonerating him. Looks pretty bad to me. It's all circumstantial, and that's all it takes to take down a political head. Then it's a good thing. I'm prepared to make you a deal. Play your cards right, you won't have to put that theory to the test. You tap the notebook with your forefinger. You never know what additional evidence might turn up and the police reopen your investigation. My family is very close with the Deckers. What do you want from me? Not much. All I ask for you is to stop targeting my family and our businesses. You want me to give up the task force? Not entirely. You're free to go after the Flints all you want. In fact, we'd appreciate your diligence in that area. We'd also expect the occasional favor to help keep our enterprises in the black. And if there's any city information we should know about, I think you get the picture. The mayor grows perfectly still, her gaze fixed on her lap. Fine. You win. I thought you might say that. You push back from the desk and offer her your hand, but she doesn't take it. If you don't mind, I have a lot of other meetings to get to today. Yep, of course. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mayor Trung. As you leave, you allow yourself to indulge in a triumphant smile. Things are finally going your way. Well, family looks forward to our future collaborations. The next day, you head to Face Boutique to tackle your growing pile of emails and voicemails. You've talked a little since your fight with Vic, but not much, so you stick your head in tentatively. Is it okay if I turn your couch into a remote office today? If I have to go full pencil pusher, at least I can do something comfy, and with champagne and my best friend. My boutique is your boutique. Literally, stay as long as you want. I'll grab the booze. Seltzer with a twist, Roy? Yes, please. If it doesn't put you out, Miss Skelly. Never. I got you, big guy. Aww, you got a little thing going. She gives you a quick squeeze before heading back to office. You let a long breath, feeling something unclench inside of you. She doesn't seem mad. Maybe she's decided to let it go. You quickly feel faith in on your mayoral success and get back to work. Then a new voicemail shakes you from your accounting haze. Vic? A different, but still familiar voice sounds from the other end.
Chung's called a press conference for this afternoon. Need to be there. I go myself, but we don't want an official wolf presence yet.
Ouch. Don't rub it in, Dad.
Find out what it is all about and do it discreetly. You know how much your mother and I are counting on you. And pick up the phone when your father calls.
Kiss my ass, Dad. Message clicks off without another word. Faith gives you a questioning look. My dad gave me some bogus assignment. So me to go listen on the mayor's press conference. They keep soft pitching me the stuff to keep me out of the way. I don't know, after everything you said about Mayor Trung and the car bombing, this could be important. He wants me to lay low. Apparently that's easy, since no one takes me seriously as a wolf, even though I'm the one who got Trung to back off. Oh, I have something for this, don't move. Let me guess, it's an outfit. Faith nearly crashes into a mannequin as she dashes to the back of the shop, returning a minute later with her arms full of clothing. So yes, you could lurk in the back and be a mysterious hottie. But if you want the full scoop, you need to be up front with the journos. You think a well-tailored blouse and a pencil skirt are all it takes to masquerade as a political reporter? Hell yeah! Well, that and plus definitely an authentic press badge. You do counterfeiting now, too? This is truly Faith Skelly's organized crime imperium. Anything for you, babe? Breaking news! What the hell's up with that belt buckle? What the hell? It's oversized, man. The moment you slip into the outfit, you know Faith has outdone herself. Holy crap. I look like I'm ready to expose a major scandal, or give my Pulitzer acceptance speech, or destroy someone on cable news. That's the idea. If they don't roll out the red carpet and give you a seat in the front row, I'll eat that blouse. You won't do it. You won't do it, I dare you. I will absolutely not hold you to that. You twist and turn as you admire yourself in the mirror, then Faith isn't looking. You snap a quick pic and text it to Vic. The press corps isn't the only one who will appreciate a look like this. What do you think? On a scale of 1 to hot damn? Damn. Hot. I'm supposed to look serious and important. You're seriously important to me. Does that count? You're ridiculous. And you love it. With a newly printed press badge in hand, you head out to the boutique. These journalists won't have any idea what hit them. You arrive at the press conference with a few minutes to spare. Everyone is abuzz with interest, but no one seems to know the reason for the mayor's urgency. I heard it's something to do with the mayor's task force. I heard she's made a major arrest. The confident in your look, you walk up to two journalists and join them in the front row. Mind if I ask where you got your intel? I can't name my sources, but there's a lot of sweeps lately, particularly on the west side of town. That's wolf territory. You couldn't pay me enough to be in the mob right now. Mayor Trung is out for blood. Do you know who's been arrested? Now she's finding these guys? Was it a sloppy paper trail? Someone getting aggressive in public? You'd think so, but I haven't heard anything like that. The task force just shows up right when a crime is being committed, not a moment too soon or late. She's gotta be working with someone on the inside. There's no way she's finding all these people by chance. I think she finally has the mob's number. She's got them outplayed. Sounds like the mole's really helping the mayor, but how do they have info on both families? Thanks for the heads up. I'll have to look into that, see if there's more of a story there. Scattered applause breaks out as the mayor takes the stage. Try to focus on her, but your gaze is caught by the sight of a familiar figure pacing in the back, practically hissing on his phone. No, I don't know why Mom wants me here. She just did the glary thing. You duck into the crowd, careful not to catch his eye. The last thing I need is another attempt on my life. Guy's a loose cannon. I wouldn't put it past him to try and grab me the minute I left the press conference. The screech of feedback from the microphone fills the air as Mayor Trung steps up to begin her speech. Couldn't they just all watch it on television like every other person that gives a live press conference? I'm just asking. I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for coming out today. I know it was short notice, but it was too important to converse, a conversation delay. Is it about the task force? Please, folks, hold your questions until the end. For years, it's been my mission to do the right by the people of New Athens. You're the reason I get up in the morning, the thing that keeps me going when all hope seems lost. Now, here we go, typical Mayor Trung grandstanding. More than anything, I wanted New Athens to be a place of safety, prosperity, a place where you could raise your kids to be upstanding citizens. I'm gonna place a bet. I feel like she's gonna out herself. If she really, truly has the good intentions of the people at heart. Or the task force will go after the other family. We'll see. We'll see. I'm leaning towards either way. At the end of all this, please remember that I wanted to help. I wanted to do good. Wait, wanted as in past tense? Unfortunately, I, like everybody else here, am capable of making great mistakes. Ones I can no longer hide from. Yep, called it. Despite the size of the crowd, her gaze finds yours. She holds it a long moment before glancing away. Many years ago, long before I took office in New Athens, I fell in love with the wrong man. The love pushed me to do something I've regretted every day since. I committed a crime. I took evidence from police lockup and disposed of it. The Lancaster County DA's office is investigating what can be done to alleviate this miscarriage of justice. As much as it pains me to admit my wrongdoing, it pains me even more to know that I let down the people of New Athens. I should have been honest with you from the start, which is why I'll be stepping down from my mayoral post. This has to be a trick. Cast a weird glance around, certain you must be hearing things. Mayor Trung would never willingly give up her power. Unless she has a big conscience that's grown over the years, and sometimes these things sit with people. As I am no longer confident in my ability to lead you to the future you deserve, I'll be leaving office effective immediately. Serving the city has been my greatest honor. I'll miss you much more than you'll ever know. She steps away from the podium as reporters shout questions at her from all sides. Who was the man you fell in love with? What does that mean for the future of your organized crime task force? Instead of answering them, she sends one more glance your way before exiting the stage. I should have seen this coming. I should have known better than to trust her to do the smart thing. No, that was the smart thing. Just not smart for you. A storm of frustration boils in your stomach, but as the crowd disperses around you, it's replaced by something else. Something that feels an awful lot like guilt. And you arrange to meet Vic in one of Club Caviar's private rooms later that evening. As much as you want to fall in his arms and forget everything, you're too worked up to stay still. She quit, can you believe it? She just walked away like it meant nothing. You pace the length of the room before turning back again. What am I supposed to do now? I finally got the blackmail I needed, and she just up and tells everyone about it? Whoa, Hot John. Slow down. You ignore him and keep pacing. He carefully steps into your path. It's BS, Diamond. I agree, but we both know you'll find a way to get even. Besides, don't I even get a kiss hello? You stop to look at him with his lopsided smile and devastating eyes. Sorry, Vic. I'll make it up to you. Right now I need to hold on to this anger if I'm going to figure out what to do next. What if I promise to piss you off again before the night's over? If I recall handcuffing you to a bed did the trick last time. By your best efforts, a laugh escapes you. Oh, you jerk. I'm trying to be tough over here. Pulls you into his arms and holds you there, his hands running a soothing pattern up and down your back. With each stroke, you feel your fight starting to ebb away. I know it sucks, but it's all part of the game. You win some, you lose some. That's easy for you to say. You always win. No, he doesn't. Let yourself sag into his embrace, his strong biceps curl around you, trapping you to the most delicious way possible. That's not true. The only time I ever wanted anything was the day I met you. The way I remembered it, I was the one who kicked your ass. Chuckling, he presses a quick kiss on the end of your nose. That's exactly what I mean. I'm sorry to be such a downer, but this is a nightmare. My parents already are furious with me. This is gonna push them over the edge. Want me to distract you? It curves a wicked smile at you, presses a surprisingly tender kiss to the hollow of your throat. Sounds kind of silly, but there's a revenge movie club having a showing tonight. Renegade Movie Club? Yeah. They find a new spot every couple of weeks, project a film onto a wall of a random building. You never know where they're going to be or what they're going to show. You just come along for the ride. You want to take me on a movie? Like on a date? There's his throat and pushes his fingers through his hair. Yeah, kinda, yeah. They sent me over the address a few minutes ago. I know of a nearby new rooftop that'll be perfect for just the two of us. Let me tell you, when you're with the right person, right? It's true. Things like anger and whatnot can just dissipate from you. And the world just can feel right with them. It really is true. I miss that feeling. Darkness, private movie showing, and you? Ask me a hard one. His face splits in a wide grin. I can't promise that the movie will be any good, but at least the company will be. You and Vic make your way to the rooftop of an apartment complex in the middle of downtown New Athens. It's as dark and private as Vic promised. Do I even want to know how you have access to this place? It's not what you think. A friend of mine is the super here. He lays out a blanket near the edge of the rooftop. Their legs dangling over the edge, you have a clear view of the projection on the opposite building. Friends with a superintendent. How adorably ordinary. Not everything I do is steeped in crime. You could have fooled me, Victor. Flint and dangerous are supposed to go hand in hand. It's half your charm. Only half? What's the rest? It's obviously your secret sweet side. You act all tough and badass, but I know better. Underneath that tattooed, scarred exterior, you're nothing but a big marshmallow. Never underestimate a marshmallow. Once it's stuck to you, there's no getting rid of it. Unless you lick it clean. I just had to. Shut up. He pulls up his pants leg to show the place where you marked him. Just ask old Diamond here. Still worth it. You pat the blanket next to you, visiting Vic, or inviting him to take a seat. Instead, he settles himself at your back. We might as well get comfy. Sliding his legs open to make room for you. He pulls you back until you're resting against his chest. You can feel the gentle rise and fall of his breathing, his warmth lulling you in. How are we supposed to hear the movie from up here? They put the audio online. He fiddles with his phone for a minute, and the film's soundtrack blares from a small speaker. Almost at once, a burst of gunfire echoes through the night air. It's time you took a long walk off a short pier. Oh great, another gangster flick. Do they play these a lot? Only every other week. I think the guy who picks the movies is obsessed. Which doesn't seem wise, seeing as he lives in New Athens, but maybe that's the point. Do you think we should show up at the slate planning meeting and tell him what's what? What, like Capone's guys did on the original Scarface? Yeah, maybe they'll pay us to be consultants. I hear you wear size 9 and cement shoes. Vic bites back a groan at the terrible dialogue, but you can only laugh. In my 22 years of being a mob princess, no one has ever used the term cement shoes. Really? That's actually kind of shocking. I actually heard that quite a bit growing up. Did you notice he forgot to take the safety off before he shot the cop car up? What about the poor woman running away in a pair of 6-inch stilettos? Only my mom could pull that off, and she doesn't want to. You laugh and relax against Vic's chest. Almost without thinking, he presses a kiss to the top of your head. You know, I used to do this sort of thing a lot. You mean seduce women on rooftops? Why is it working? You arch your neck, a sigh of satisfaction escaping as he rakes his nails lightly down your back. Keep doing that, and you're well on your way. Grazes his touch down your arm, not stopping until he reaches your hand and twines your fingers through his. I meant this reminds me of going to the drive-in theater. My dad used to take me whenever he could. Really? That's cute. and normal. My parents would have never let me do something in that kind of public setting. At least not without a dozen bodyguards and a full security sweep ahead of time. Big slides this free hand over your stomach, pulling you close. Don't forget that I wasn't always this high up in the Flint food chain. My dad was, until he died. No one really paid that much attention to me. Sounds lonely. Were you sad, always sitting on the outside looking in? Not really. I had Dylan. Don't remind me. After my mom died, my dad did everything he could to keep things fun for me. Drive-in movies were a staple of my childhood, so he made them a staple of mine too. Vic's voice takes on a dreamy, faraway quality. He used to go all out for our movie nights. Popcorn, candy, car piled high with pillows. It was the only time I felt like things might actually be okay. Normal. What was your dad like, if you don't mind me asking? I know he was the head of Leo's Flint security detail, but that's about it. Tell me about the real Hector Prozorov. You already know more than most. He was tall, like me. He was ambitious, like me. He wasn't great at showing his emotions, like me. Snuggle up closer to him, wishing there was a way for you to take away some of his pain. It sounds like he tried, at least. That's more than a lot of parents can claim. Clyde was really good at that sort of thing. Like, he had no problem being a badass, but he was always there for me when I needed him. He sounds like too good to be true. Clyde was the best friend I ever had. Your throat grows thick as you think back on all the ways Clyde used to protect you and keep you safe. He was a buffer between me and the world, you know? I knew that nothing bad could happen to me as long as he was there. Vic reaches down and cups your chin with a firm grip. He tilts your face towards his. You're every bit of a badass and capable as Clyde was, and I don't want to hear you say otherwise. Vic, you didn't even know you're dangling over a dark rooftop with your sworn enemy right now, and you aren't even a little bit nervous about it. You're fearless, Diamond. Fearless and perfect. Shiver runs down your spine, but you can't tell whether it's from Vic's fierce words or the chill in the night air. Are you cold? You can use the blanket. I don't need a blanket. You grin up at him before lifting your mouth to meet his. The best way to stay warm is get closer. How's that sound? You snuggle deeper into his embrace, your hands running softly up and down his thighs. He practically purrs as you sink against him. Popcorn and candy are a good way to enjoy a movie, but having you in my arms is way better. I had no idea you were such a romantic. All too soon, the movie's credits start to flash across the screen. Too bad they're not showing the whole series. I could stay here all night. I wish we could, but I should probably get going. As you disentangle yourself from Vic's lap, the reality of what you're going home to starts to sink in. My parents are going to be pissed about the stuff with the mayor. Can I tell you something? Something I've never told anyone? Always. You hesitate, anxiously gnawing on your lower lip. But if you can't tell Vic, you can't tell anyone. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this life. I've been fighting so hard to get more responsibility, but I never stopped to think if I wanted it. You don't want it? I hate all the backstabbing. Most of what we do is fine. The lying, the cheating, the stealing. Under the right circumstances, it's even kind of fun. But the game of never knowing who you can trust? Instead of holding you in his arms again, Vic watches you with a troubled expression. Don't you ever feel like that? Like it might be worth leaving everything behind? It's not that easy for me. You have to remember how much I've lost to this world. My mom, dad, childhood, they were all taken from me. I sacrificed my literal blood, sweat, and tears for this. Vic. No, don't. I'm not saying this for sympathy, it's truth. If I walk away now, what was the pain for? Vic, it brought you to me. Not everything comes out of this life bad, remember? One good thing of a lifetime of misery is a hard sell. You think back on the notebook you read on the mayor's desk about how Vic is being groomed to take over the entire Flint operation. You want it all, don't you? Money, influence, the power. After everything I've lost, don't you think I deserve it? You don't have to do this just because Nadia wants you to. I know you think you owe her. I do owe her. She kept her word, I have to keep mine, there's no other option. You're not responsible for what your dad did. It's gone beyond that now. The Flints are my family, they need me. I can't just be an accountant, Diamond. When I said that, I didn't mean... But Vic is already somewhere far away. Somewhere you can't follow. Every time I think I'm finally getting somewhere with him, he retreats back behind this wall. I think you should head home, Diamond. These streets aren't safe for you after dark. What about you? I'm not so easy to kill. Just promise me you'll be safe. I can't lose you. His expression softens to a sad smile. He leans down to capture your lips in a tender kiss, cupping your face in both hands. I will be. You arrive home to find your parents in the middle of a heated debate. Now's the perfect time to move on the Flints. With the mayor's resignation and hanging in the air, the task force would be scrambling. That's exactly my point. If the task force isn't in place to keep a firm hand on things, any move we make is doubly dangerous. I see you got the news about the mayor. One job, Diamond. We gave you one job. The press conference was all part of my long-term plan. Yeah, sure, okay, kid. Completely out of left field. I had the blackmail in hand. How was I supposed to know she'd throw everything away rather than work with us? It was your job to know it, to know her. Apparently you're a very expensive informant. Was useless. I mean, not really. Anger and embarrassment flood your senses. This was supposed to be your triumphant, your win. And it's all gone because Bethany Trung decided to catch a conscience after all these years, but you've got more than Bethany's office and just her secrets. I know Trung's resignation isn't ideal, but what if the situation evolved even more? Evolved how, exactly? Well, what if Nadia wasn't in charge anymore? A rare look of surprise flashes over your mother's face, but then her eyes narrow. What have you heard? What if someone else was running the Flint outfit? Would you negotiate with them? It depends on the person. A Flint is a Flint. Even so, a coup would be a great opportunity. That kind of turmoil would be priceless. Where did you get this, Diamond? Your parents' approval has been so rare lately. Rare? Shit, it doesn't exist. You haven't been once through all these chapters. You haven't got one approving. Just one reproving mark. Just anything. But the words suddenly stick in your throat. They face right. Telling them about Vic could be a death sentence for him. And you... Nowhere. It's just a nice dream, you know? A peaceful solution. We don't have time for dreams, Diamond. The Flints left peace behind when they shot at you in the broad daylight. We're doing this for you. I know. So what do we do now? The docks were just the beginning. I want every single Flint to be terrified to set foot on our streets. I told you, we shouldn't go all in till we're ready to crush the Flints for good. If we play our cards right, it will only take a few days in the meantime. There are bombs to plant and arms to break. I know how you love that, Beckham. She turns to you, smiling. The ease in her voice leaves you, feeling ice cold. Don't worry, Diamond. This will all be over soon. Yeah, whatever. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down to the description. Plenty of things there to check out. And so without further ado, how do you think about the chapter? How do you think about the book? Let me know in the comments section below. It's I don't know. I'll just say this, TLDR. I've been through a lot in my life. One day, I will make one video about that. Over the times that I've streamed, I've left breadcrumbs, very tiny ones, but breadcrumbs of things I've had to deal with, things I've had to, you know, had to go through. And long story short is, again, one person in your life can make a world of a difference. Not even kidding. The simpler times, right? Through all the things that I've had to go through, even the things I'm going through right now. It's just nice to just curl up with someone. Something that I've missed for a long time. And just kind of just relax with them, right? Drop your guard. Honestly, there's a question for each and every one of you. When's the last time you got to do that? When's the last time you got to just curl up with someone, drop your guard, not having to worry about them, not having to worry about that moment, just letting the world fade away, just letting all your troubles go away? Seriously, let me know in the comment section below. Super nice. Super nice, and I miss it. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.